What's up, y'all? It's your boy Eno again, y'all. Welcome to Eno's Intro World. Once again, y'all. How y'all doing out there, y'all? Hey, thank y'all for subscribing. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. All y'all introvertians, like and subscribe, y'all. Hey, y'all. I want to touch on a few things. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to hold you. I got two things I want to talk about. All right. All right. First thing I want to talk about is as introverts myself, dating. How is dating for y'all? Leave a comment, y'all. How is dating for y'all? And if you're married, how is marriage? I want to hear, man. I want to hear. I've been married for 16 years, like I told you, 3 kids and everything. And well, it's easy for me because I end up marrying a kind of a semi-introvert like myself. She talks a little bit more, but she's kind of like an introvert like myself. So, hey, tell me how dating was for y'all, man. Or how's dating? How's marriage? I'm gonna give y'all a couple of stories for me, man. High school, my first time dating somebody at the age of 16. I was 16 years old. I know it. Everybody like, what? 16? Boy, you two, that was old, man. I started dating when I was 10, 11, 12. 16 years old, my first girl in high school, man. And she was the opposite of me, right? I found out she liked me. And I just like, oh, you do like me? Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, so we used to write notes in class and stuff. You know what I mean? We in high school writing notes because I didn't really know. I had no game. I didn't have no game, man. I know I'm African American and I'm from the hood and all that. I didn't have no game. So I didn't know how to talk, whatever. So I just wrote things down. Wrote a piece of paper how I felt and stuff like that to her. And we would exchange in class. And so when we had different classes, I would walk her to class. We had this notebook. I walk her to class and I give her a notebook and then she would write whatever she did in that class. I pick her up from her class. In the next class, she had me the notebook. So I would read everything that she wrote. We just kept exchanging like that when we didn't have class together. So it was, let's just say it lasted for 2 months. It don't last for 2 months, man. Being as my first girlfriend, once again, and being who I am, I'm very quiet, laid back. She was the opposite. She was out there. She had friends. She's in a band. Everybody knew her. And I said, you know what I mean, let's try. It didn't last. She came to me one day. It's the last day we was talking. One day she came to my locker. She's like, hey, yeah, we gotta talk. I said, what you mean? She said, you know what, I'm glad we had our first argument the other day. I'm looking like, first argument? I said, that was an argument to you? She's like, yeah, yeah. So every couple has to have that argument. You know what I mean? That's when you know you're getting better. So I'm glad we got that out the way. And I was like, okay. She said, but I think we should start take a little break. I said, take a break for what? She said, just take a little break. I mean, you can still talk to other people. You can do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Everything like that. But after the break, we come back together again. I'm like, what the freak is? I'm like, nah, I don't do that. I'm an introvert. I'm possessive. I ain't no, you take a break and come back and, nah, I kind of read between the lines what she's trying to do. And I was like, what? I said, I ain't with all that. She said, no, I mean, just a break in. We come back together again. I said, I'm cool. I've talked to that girl since. I was 16 years old. That was 23 years ago. That's my first one, y'all. So that made me realize, yeah, I can't talk to an extrovert. They too much. They out there. They whatever. Basically, she was telling me that I was boring. I was boring. I'm too quiet. I'm not what she thought. She just liked the way I looked, dressed, and everything like that. But my personality wise, I'm too quiet for her. That's basically what she was saying. I can read between the lines. All right, so that was the first time I was dating. But I dated after that. It wasn't working. A lot of girls want to do this, go to the club. I ain't do no clubbing. I ain't never been. I've been actually one club. That's after I got married. But before I was married, I ain't been to not one club. Not one. Never been to a strip club. A lot of guys tell me, man, you ain't missed nothing. You ain't missed nothing. You just wasted money, man. You ain't. I went gambling, went to a casino one time with my wife. One time, we ain't went back since. So it's just trying to get your feelings out there and try to do something differently, other than just being around the same people or doing the same thing which you're comfortable with. That's what introverts normally do. I'm comfortable with this. I like this space. I don't want to do nothing differently. I want to be around a lot of people. But I had to try. It's like, to my wife, I was like, yeah, This ain't us. Plus, we're Christians. So as Christians, what does it look like going out to gambling and all this stuff like that? What do we look like doing this stuff? And what if somebody sees us? We don't know who's looking at us as a couple. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, we do it. But yeah, but hey, tell me you guys your story. Leave a comment. Like I said, how your dating go in high school? How your dating go now as an adult? Are you still struggling? Boy, are you still struggling? You know, another thing I want to touch on, little thing I want to touch on. I got 4 brothers and 1 sister, right? 5 of us lived in the same household. So it was 4 boys and a girl. I'm the second eldest. I'm the only introvert out of all 5 of the children. The only introvert. I got 2 of those extroverts, and 2 was whatever the word is between extrovert and introvert. I think it's omnivert, something like that. I don't know what it's called. They're that. I'm the only introvert in my family. So growing up like that, it was different. I found myself a lot of times kind of in the room by myself, playing the game by myself. I found myself times just quiet in my room. And they were downstairs playing, and I just, they called me the weird one. He's weird, he upstairs. And I used to like listen to R&B, 90s R&B, the Mary J. Blige, R. Kelly's, and they used to say, man, why you listen to that sad music? Bro, it's new music now. Listen to this Plies. Listen to this Juvenile. And I'm like, no, I like this music. This is the music I like, and this is what I like. I don't know, man. So, if any of you guys were introvert versus your family, once again, it was 5 of us, 5 kids. I was the only one. So growing up in there was sometimes stressful, sometimes weird, but at the same time, you know what I mean? They know me, and they knew me. They didn't bug me. They didn't ask me, hey, bro, let's do this, because they know I did. That's just my personality. So I was more comfortable with my family in that aspect of it, but it was challenging. How about y'all? Let me know. Comment, subscribe. Out. Introvert, baby.